class is in session yet again. I want to welcome you all to an emergency quiet storm edition of the Easy Hoopcast powered by. Nah, I'm just bullshit, man. Another edition of the Heezy Hoopcast at your ass, man. Powered by AnimalHeezy.com. Visit there at your earliest convenience and invite yourself and maybe a loved one, maybe a house pet, maybe a side bitch to betterness. And at this time, like we always do, I want to give a memorial shout out to my OG Kahuna and my guy Reiju Goku. Hey man, we gonna miss y'all forever in this house shit forever, man. We putting on already. And it looks like your boy being me, Bread versus Yoga. Looks like I got my very first podcast appearance on the Surround Sound podcast tomorrow at 7 p.m. I'll make sure I have a link ready for that, but we going live. And if you know anything about this Heezy shit, man, we've been team going live since the first day we did this shit. So I'll be definitely, if it's the Lord's will and the creek don't rise, I will be going live with the Surround Sound podcast and my guy Ruben Hunter tomorrow. And we're gonna be doing sports talk, we're gonna be doing rap talk, we gonna, man, whatever you want to talk about, I'm with it. Only thing about it is that I gotta go ahead and get these curse words out of my system on this emergency pod right now, because my guy said it's PG. I don't know how PG it is. I don't know if it's PG-13 or PG, but he said no F-bombs, no N-bombs, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, I curse every other motherfucking word. So yeah, challenge accepted. I accept the challenge, man. But it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun, you know. We're gonna kick that shit. But over here, you know, we do that NBA shit talk. That's all it is, man. Keep telling y'all, nigga, man, I'm not an ESPN employee, man. I'm not a mean L. Hassan. I'm not Jeff Van Gundy. I'm not none of the niggas that is like paid to keep up with this shit and everything. I am just a producer / a nigga that do a bunch of other shit in the music world that likes basketball and wants to talk about this shit after I get high enough and watch this shit. Just in case you needed a reminder. But anywho, to tell the truth, this breaks my heart to have to say this shit. This playoffs, man, I haven't really been watching a lot of the games. I can say that I probably missed 75% of the games so far in the playoffs. A nigga been making sacrifices, you know, just a little busy. I mean, shit, my nigga Paco got his annual Cinco de Mayo offering coming up in a few days, and been gearing up for this pod appearance on the Surround Sound podcast tomorrow at 7. I need to make sure I get that time right. My guy, Mr. Hunter, if you listening to this shit and I'm getting that shit wrong, man, we will get that shit updated, my bad. But yeah, so, you know, a bunch of shit going on, all the necessary sacrifices got to be made, but I do genuinely, sincerely, I'm serious. I hate that I've been missing all of these games, or as many games as I did, you know what I'm saying, because one, it's the most epic time of the season, in one of the most epic seasons ever. And then two, I mean, shit, it ain't no more basketball past June, nigga. It's over. It's done with. It's over after that. And that's when I gotta like begin to try to tolerate football again, just cause I'm itching to watch some sports so bad and shit. Cause you know the NBA product is so much better. But yeah, man. You know what? I should be watching more of these games, these NBA playoff games, cause I can say that I'm gonna be the one soldier, the one woke nigga, the one warrior, the one that summons warrior-like willpower to withstand all of the fuckery going on and boycott all NFL games next season if Colin Kaepernick ain't offered at least a backup quarterback job. I don't even think I'm raising the bar too high. Shit, nigga, backup quarterback. If you can't get backup quarterback, that mean ain't nobody like that. Nigga, full blown agenda. Oh, I hate using the A word, but if Colin Kaepernick ain't even got at least a backup job, I'm boycotting all NFL games next season. Except for Steelers games. Steelers Nation, nigga. But nah, this the Hoopcast, man. So, I think the very last game, I think it's games going on right now, but you know, I'm sacrificing that to drop this ill-prepared pod and shit to prepare for the pod tomorrow and shit. But sacrifices must be made, man. Last game I think I saw was Game 7 Jazz and Clippers, which, oh my God, I was so appreciative that was the game I caught. And that's the thing about, it's a double-edged sword. Why it might be a good thing that I can take it for granted, because the NBA product is so good 85% of the time that you can pick up anywhere in a Game 7 series and it be fine. And this Game 7 Jazz Clippers was a Game 7 for the books and shit, in my opinion. I mean, is it too early to call the album a classic? I mean, should I let it breathe? Nah, man, shit happens way too fast these days. So I mean, I talk about it because we'll forget it by the time the next series and the next series after that happens and shit. And the first game of the season after all the trades started happening and shit, nobody's gonna remember Game 7 Jazz Clippers, but I will, and I will commemorialize it right the fuck now on this podcast. He's a Hoopcast, creating forever. Don't you forget it, you heard it here first. But great ass game. A couple times, man, I got out my seat and shit, you know what I'm saying? I usually be just chilling and shit, you know what I'm saying? I got up out my seat, you know what I'm saying, on some DeAndre Jordan dunks and shit, and how much of a man DeAndre Jordan was acting like, cause shit, them niggas was damn near tossing it in to bail them out and shit. Like DeAndre Jordan was their stimulus package, which I don't know how they go for the best possible stimulus packages, but he was going and getting it, even though nigga was getting put at the line a lot, which, you know, motherfuckers be like, yeah, we'll take that. So he was splitting the pairs and shit. I hope, you know, that the nigga can continue to improve his free throw percentage, just because look, nigga, if you get paid millions of dollars, this is one of my little tropes and shit, but if you get paid millions of dollars to play basketball and shit, nigga, you should be able to hit free throws. Now, see, if it's like middle school, you know, high school even, I give you niggas till college, bro. College, look, nigga, it's no excuse to be a grown man missing your free throws and shit, especially if you get paid millions upon millions and millions of dollars to do it. But that's a whole nother thing. DeAndre Jordan was a beast in that game. And then getting to see the Jazz compete at such a high level. I mean, I think this Game 7 of this series is probably the highest level that this team with Gordon Hayward has competed at. But Gordon Hayward, grown man out there, man, grown man balling, had a slow start and finished strong. And that's what I be saying about that fourth quarter shit and taking the right shots and shit instead of, man, I ain't even gonna get into that because we already know where they go. But you know where I'm going with this shit. But yeah, I like the Jazz offense. I like this Jazz squad, man. And given that I hadn't been watching most of these playoff games, I didn't know that they was looking that good in the playoffs. That is a impressive roster they have put together with that Jazz. The Jazz was historically one of those teams, for me personally, that it was in that class with the Atlanta Hawks, of teams that anytime they are on the TV, I don't give a fuck who's playing them. I gotta change the channel. Don't want to see that. Cannot tolerate a whole quarter. Couldn't tolerate a whole quarter of Atlanta Hawks basketball and historically Utah Jazz basketball. Didn't care if them niggas was them niggas could have been playing the booty butt naked all-stars and shit, man. I still probably couldn't have survived the whole quarter of watching that shit. But the Jazz have more than turned this shit around. And what they call an ISO Joe out there. They got, I call my nigga Big Frenchie Boris Diaw. shit, got my nigga Joe Ingles. He shot one that was like, he is a deadly 3-point shooter. Like, when a nigga use a word like deadly, you got one. Shit, Memphis nigga, we need one. We need a Joe Ingles. I know his name is Ingles, but I'm gonna just say Joe Ingles because it sounds funny. But Gobert out there looking like he trying to put it all together. Hey, I like this game, man. There was so many moments in this shit. And congratulations to the Jazz for, I don't know, have they even advanced in the playoffs in the last 10 to 12 years? I don't be keeping up with all of the extra situational stats and shit, you know. I gotta look that shit up, and I only look shit up to prove a point that I'm making anyway. And this ain't a point that I guess I want to make bad enough. But yeah, nice looking Jazz squad. Congratulations on taking that shit to the next level. Sorry Clippers. I still like the Clippers. I still like that squad. They are perennial, I think it's fair to say, perennial contender in the West. And I hate it had to go out like that. They season had to end like that again. But shit. And nigga, we grew up on the Clippers. Like, don't blow it up. Nah, fuck that shit. Blow that shit up. I want to see everybody go everywhere. I want to see Chris Paul. I want to see Blake Griffin leave. I like this new CBA as NBA where everything's going haywire every season. I love it, nigga. Good basketball every season. But impressive ass Jazz squad, even though they're going to have to meet up against the Warriors juggernaut next round. Oh my God, I hate it had to be y'all, because I like y'all. And this is going to be a motherfucking bloodbath. This is going to be a massacre. Like, yeah, I think y'all will really get a glimpse into, and I always call it juggernaut for a reason. So you understand this monstrosity, this friendly monstrosity. You think this shit is cupcakes and shit, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, that nigga Kevin Durant, bruh, just posted a picture with a plate of cupcakes smiling and shit when Russ got sent home. Nigga, like, you niggas passive aggressive nice ass niggas like a motherfucker, but basketball wise, nigga, they are not to be fucked with. Them niggas is North Korea on the low. Oh my God, I hate it had to be the Jazz. Gordon Hayward, people are actually gonna get a chance to see you ball now. I appreciate that shit. Maybe it's an audition for whenever he goes to the Heat next year. I hope so, at least. That's just my crazy head. But yeah, man. No, I call it the Warriors juggernaut because it's not a game, people. It's not a game. Get ready to start crying. Unfair, like the big three Miami Heat. Get ready to do it. And yeah, I'm not gonna make any other predictions. I'm gonna save all the rest of the predictions for me and my guy Pod tomorrow and shit. And I don't even think you could call the Jazz versus Warriors series prediction. I mean, can you call that a prediction, saying that the Warriors are gonna swallow the Jazz whole? Pause. Emergency pod, man, but I done did enough rambling for now. Hey, animalheats.com. Check out your nigga tomorrow and shit. And